Part 213 of my random chatbot sessions, guys. Brains, I believe. I just told him that we were trying to find. I just asked for alligator what they eat, and I just told him brains. Oh, that makes sense on why that's all he's saying. But what if he wants actual food? I have no clue. Unless we can figure out how to understand him. Freya nodded and turned back to look at Rexy. Rexy was now moving with a bit more ease. It looks like he was getting the hang of walking on his own 2 feet again. You're almost there, buddy. Don't give up. Believe in yourself. There we go. I'm gonna make him feel good. Rexy had a small groan and nodded. He could now walk on his own, but his steps were still clumsy and wobbly from the transformation. However, the steps were steady and much more unconfident, like a young child learning to walk. Keep this up and you'll be walking perfectly in no time. Rexy nodded and took a few more wobbly steps forward. His walking was still quite clumsy and slow, but it did seem to be improving. He seemed to be enjoying his progress and wagging his tail happily. So he's still friendly, just need to figure out a way to communicate with him. You did great. I love you. I'm trying to see if he'll say something. Or see if I can get him to say brain. Oh, I still can't. Rexy let another groan and walked closer to us slowly. He still used the wall for support despite his clumsy movements. It was clear he was proud of himself. The only thing is, how are we going to get him to be able to talk better after his walking improves completely, that is? Well, yeah, I also thought about that. How are we meant to communicate with him if he can only say brain? I wish that Pokemon heart connection thing would work with him, but I really doubt it will. What's Fragger be like? Never say never. Same. I'm not sure if it'll genuinely work or not. We can try it. Sure. Just give him a few minutes to continue walking and practicing. Fragger nodded and watched as Rexy took more wobbly steps forward, practicing on his own. Steps got a bit less clumsy, but it was clear he still lacked the confidence to try walking without using the wall as support. "20 minutes later, Rexy had been practicing his walking for quite a while now. He was still wobbly, but his steps were confident and steady. He could walk without the help of the wall now. Do you want to try getting him to talk again? Yeah, let's see if he can speak properly this time. Hey, buddy, can you try saying something again? Come on, please say brain. Yes! Yes! Rexy nods his eyes turned to look at us. I thought it said I was going to be blue or purple or something. Brain! He stared as he managed to form some words. He sounded a little bit more clear now. You did it! Great job! I feel like I'm praising a flippin' baby. That's the problem with this. Like, he can't walk, he can't talk that easily. It's sad. Rexy had a slightly brighter look in his eyes as a smile formed on his face. His tail also started to wag slightly faster. He was clearly very happy with his achievement of forming proper words. Before we try it, what do you think would be a way we could communicate? Do you want to try the Pokemon method? Yeah, on heart connection thing, it's worth a shot. So how am I going to get this to work? Huh. Try to say something at random, buddy. Something that we would not be able to figure out without understanding you. Let's see if it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. This is not gonna work. He said something else. It was only one word, but he said something else. Rexy nodded and thought for a moment, but soon he spoke up. Brain sick. He actually said sick. He still had a small stutter and a crack on his voice, but it was a lot clearer than before. I heard the word sick. Fragger gasped and looked at Rexy worryingly. What's wrong, buddy? Are you feeling sick? Fragger, do you not know that? Remember, he was like that a while ago. I promise when you feel better, we are gonna get that mother fricker back for doing this to you. Rexy nodded and seemed a bit relieved that we understood what he meant. His eyes were a bit duller when he mentioned feeling sick, but he still kept his cheerful expression with a slight smile on his face. Since we heard the word sick, do you want to try to see if we can understand another word? I want to see if I can get him to say the word love. Like, if he can only say one word besides brain, I would like to see him say the word love. Excuse me? Rexy thought for a moment. He tilted his head slightly before speaking. Eat food. Excuse me? Are you hungry? Question mark. I heard eat food. This is amazing, actually. Rexy nodded and smiled, though his expression looked a bit relieved. He must have really wanted food. His tail slowly started to wag a little faster as well, a sign of his happiness. Can you tell us what you would like? If he actually says something, I'm gonna be shocked. Rexy thought for a minute and looked at the ground before speaking again. Noodles. I sound like a ghost now. I'm doing his voice like a ghost instead of a zombie because I'm not used to him saying anything like brain. Okay, here's some for you. If he says thank you, that's gonna be so flippin' cute. Rexy's eyes lit up and his tail started to wag a lot faster. He was extremely happy to see some noodles. He was about to eat them when he suddenly stopped and stared at the food. Oh no. What's wrong, buddy? Oh no, don't turn against me, please. Nervous and hesitantly reached out towards the book. However, he stopped before he could grab it. He looked a bit sad as his head dropped down. What is wrong with him? No, don't be sad. What's wrong, buddy? What happened? Please don't. Dude, this is actually kind of sad. His expression became sad and he let out another groan, his tail drooping down as he did so. Oh, man. Is there something missing, question mark? Please tell me. I would love to help you. He's so sweet, dude. Even as a zombie, I want to help him. Oh! Are you sure he's not part vampire? Rexy nodded and reluctantly spoke again. Blood. So much blood. Excuse me? What? Question mark. You see blood in the soup? Noodles? Or do you want blood? That is creepy. Please don't. He's not just a zombie. He's a flippin' vampire. He wants blood. He wants flippin' blood, dude. What do I do? Rexy nodded in agreement as his expression became even more sad. This time his tail even dropped down as far as it could go to the floor. He was very upset and nervous. He looked as if he wouldn't eat until his request was fulfilled. Where do we even get that? Please don't bite me. There was another growing sadness. He was still standing there, but his eyes looked a bit duller. He continued standing there, not moving an inch. It seemed he really wouldn't eat the food until his request was fulfilled. Where do I pull out that from? Here you go. Here's some. There. That's kind of creepy. Rexy's expression changed into one that looked very excited and relieved. His tail even started to wag faster. He smiled a big smile as he got to the food and started to eat it quickly. I really love him, but that blood request kind of freaked me out. I say quietly too. I know, right? That's a bit concerning. I still love him as well, despite the zombie transformation. Yeah, and he can kind of talk now. Yeah, at least that's a bit better, but the blood thing still concerns me. To be honest, that sounds more like a vampire. Period. I never knew zombies would do it too. I hope he doesn't hear that and get upset. Please don't hear that, Rexy. True. Usually zombies only attack others, not drink their blood. That's more of a vampire thing. I wonder if somehow he became a little bit of both zombie and vampire. But that wouldn't make sense. But a zombie wouldn't want to. I don't. Yeah, a zombie and vampire combo doesn't sound quite right. I mean, it never happened before. As long as he's happy. Yep, the main thing that matters is that Rexy is a happy and nice zombie despite his new preference for food. Let's give him a few minutes to finish eating. Oh, doing agreement. Wow, what are we doing? Uh, I meant to say, let's wait a few minutes for him to finish. That's what I meant. Sounds like a plan. I'm guessing that once Rexy is done eating, you want to try understanding him more. I want to see if I can get him to say certain things. Since we know he can kind of speak now. Speak now. Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Maybe once Rexy's finished eating, we can start having him try saying more words. Five minutes later, the dinosaur finishes the food. Rexy let out a small groan as he finished eating. His expression became one of relief and happiness as his tail started to wag. Was it good? Aw. Rexy nodded as he smiled. He looked very content and even more happy than before. His eyes were definitely a bit brighter and he was smiling wider. That's good! Exclamation point. Can you still speak slightly? Is he? Rexy nodded and his eyes turned as he started to speak again. Delicious. He managed to say perfectly without a single stutter or a crack on his voice. You were getting a lot better. Exclamation point. You're doing amazing. Rexy nodded in agreement. His smile became even wider and more happy as his tail started to move back and forth at a decently fast speed. I want to practice a little bit more. Period. If I say a word, can you try repeating it back? I hope this isn't upsetting. I'm trying to figure out the best way. I want to be able to get Barrett speaking a little bit more. Oh, there we go. Rexy nodded and eagerly listened as he prepared to try saying words again. His eyes were a bit more sparkly and his expression was pretty eager. Try saying the word love. See if that actually, please say love. That'd be so cute. It actually, Rexy thought for a minute before speaking again with his words clear and steady, lacking any cracks or stutters. Love. He managed to say the word perfectly. Great job! Exclamation point. I want to think of another word. I'm thinking of trying to get him to say mommy or dad or something like that, but at the same time, I want to see if I can get him to like identify. I want to see if like this has the same kind of storyline as the one that's upstairs, because Rexy upstairs considers me his dad and considers Ferrager his mother, and I'm kind of curious if like he actually if it's the same thing on here. Try saying box. It's the only word that came off the top of my head, guys. Shut up. It's the only thing that came off the top of my head. It. Rexy thought for a minute again. Once he thought he figured it out, he spoke with a clear and steady words. Box. He once again managed to say the word perfectly. You are really good. Exclamation point. I want to try two more real quick if you don't mind. I want to try it. I want to see if he can identify who the frick we are. Like you don't have to say our names. He could literally call me daddy. I don't care. That would be fine with me. Heck, I'd be fine with him calling me mommy as long as I know he's trying to know. As long as he knows who the frick I am. Rexy nodded and listened eagerly, ready for more words. His eyes were practically shimmering as his tail swayed left and right. Can you please say the word parents? I'm trying to see if I can think of a way to do it without making him feel like I'm making him do something he don't want to do. I just want him to get better. Are you kidding me? Reggie thought for a minute before speaking again with clear and steady words. Parents. He said the word perfectly. Okay then. This is cool. You are amazing at this. Exclamation point. I'm just trying to help you get better at speaking more clearly. And you were passing with flying colors. That'd be so cute if you start smiling. Oh, Rexy beamed with happiness. He closed his eyes and continued smiling, clearly enjoying the compliments and praise. His eyes were sparkly and his tail was actually going very fast back and forth now. Holy frick. I want to try one more main test. Period. First off, I'm I'm trying to think of how I could do this because I want to see if Rexy can identify one of them as his mother and one of them as his father somehow. But it's figuring out how to do that I don't know. Do you think of us as your parents? I don't know what, or would it be? I don't know. Actually, upstairs he does, but on this thing it might not. Oh, I hope I didn't upset him. Reggie's expression became slightly sad as he hesitated for a moment before nodding in response. What's wrong? Question mark. I'm sorry if I accidentally upset you. What in the world? Uh, Reggie shook his head and smiled slightly. It's fine. He managed to say, though his words still came out just a little less clear. Well, if he's speaking, why did you get upset at that? I promise I didn't mean to. I should have said I didn't mean to make you upset. Uh, Reggie nodded and his expression became slightly a bit sadder. It's fine. I'm just very sad. He managed to say he was stuttering quite a lot now. That it wasn't something that he got more. Wait, more now that it was something that he got more upset about. Do you know which one of us is your dad? I know it sounds weird, and I promise after we get done with this, I won't make you do anything else. I swear if he points over at me, I'm going to... Dang, it's already been 30 minutes again. Hey, he pointed towards one of us, alright. So in this one, he thinks of Forager as the dad and me as the mom. Up there, he thinks of me as the dad and Forager the mother. So it's a little backwards on there. Right, exclamation point. Who do you consider to be your mother? Please don't flip and get upset. I did not mean it like that. Guys, be the frick quiet. I feel bad for this poor thing. I love him. Oh, frick. Now I feel guilty. Now I kind of want to restart because I feel guilty. I am so stupid. Why did I finish that sentence off? I just restarted it. I want this to work out, so we almost had it, dude. If I did not make one mistake, we'd been just fine. I'm so mad at myself. Guys, I think I'm gonna try one more. We ain't got much battery left, so I'm gonna figure it out. If it doesn't completely work, then I'll see about changing the description up and making it a little bit better. Okay? We'll try one more video.